Hey, how's it going, everyone? Do you want to make looping flipbook animations from non-looping video footages? Well, this fire that you're seeing right here is created from a uh, video I found on YouTube. I'll link that in the description so that if you want to follow along with this tutorial, you can. And as you can see, we have this looping fire, and it has motion vectors, so we can really slow it down, and it will have very smooth motion in the flame. Let's get started. So, this is the footage that I'll be using. I found this video on YouTube. I'll link this somewhere down below so that you can use this in case you want to follow along with this tutorial. And this is a really good footage because we have nothing but the flame in the video, and we have a completely black background, and it's also slow motion, which is going to give us a much smoother movement for the flames. So those are the criterias of a good footage. But you can use any footage as long as the background is black and you have some flame here. So now I'm gonna be using FFmpeg. If you don't have FFmpeg, install FFmpeg. So we're gonna input this video here, and what we want to output is the frames. We're gonna extract the frames. We're gonna do percentage 04D, and this means that we're gonna have files. We're gonna have PNG files called frame, followed by a 4-digit number. Actually, I don't think this footage has that many frames, so 3 digits should be fine. So let's extract the frames. So it gave us 266 frames. I think we're gonna extract less frames, so we can do that using a video filter parameter. We can give it FPS equals to, so how many frames we want to extract from every second of this footage. I think 10 frames is good, but remember, my footage, the footage that I'm using, is slow motion. So if you're using a normal speed footage, you probably want to extract as many frames as there is. So extracting 10 frames every second gives us 111 frames. That's good. I think we can work with that. So I'm gonna open Blender. I'm gonna open a video editing workspace, and here I'm gonna add image sequence, and let's go to where we have our frames extracted. And here I'm gonna load in half of the frames, so we have 100-ish frames, so I'm gonna load in 50 frames. So we're gonna load 50 frames, and then we're gonna add another clip. So the first clip was frame 1 through 50. This clip is going to start at frame 51, and it's till our last frame, which is 111. And so what we're gonna do now is we're gonna select the first clip, and we're gonna move it forward. So now the end frame, so our end frame is frame 50 of our footage, and the first frame in our timeline is frame 51 in our footage. So what this will do is it will make our timeline loop seamlessly. However, we have this cut in the middle, and so what we're gonna do is we're gonna blend these two clips together so that we have one seamless loop. So I'm gonna set my timeline to be 64 frames, and I'm gonna move this clip um, till it's here. So the last frame of this clip is the last frame of our timeline, and then I'm gonna select the clip that is on top, and we're gonna add a keyframe to its opacity. So we're gonna add a keyframe here, and we're gonna go till about here, and we're gonna bring the opacity all the way to 0 and add another keyframe. And now if you kind of squint your eyes, it kind of looks like a very seamless loop. Alright, so now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go to the output tab, and I'm gonna set my output resolution to be 1024 by 512. And as you can see, we now need to scale our footage. So I'm going to select both of these clips, and I'm going to scale it until it matches, until it's perfectly in frame. And let's move it slightly. Alright, that's perfect. Let's play that one more time. And yeah, that's our animation. And up here we have a little bit of clipping, but I don't think that's my fault. I think the original footage also had a little clipping. So if we select both of these and scale it down, okay, I was clipping it a little bit, so let's move it down a little so we don't have any clipping. Okay, so let's go down here to our output, and we don't have any alpha or opacity, so we're just gonna go with RGB. I don't want any compression, so let's switch to a TGA extension, and we're gonna create a folder here called looped, and we're gonna be rendering to this folder. So let's go to render animation. Alright, so now here we have a folder called looped, and in here we have 64 frames. So now we can pack this into a flipbook texture. So I'm going to be using this tool called motion frame. If you don't know how this works, I already go over how you can install this and use this in one of my other videos. Make sure to check it out. Alright, so we're going to browse to where we rendered our frames. So there was a folder called flame, and there was this folder called looped. We're going to open this. And here I'm gonna set the resolution to 4K, and down here we're gonna check loop because our animation is looped, and we're gonna click generate. Alright, so here is our flipbook, and it also generated a motion vector texture, and the motion texture will be used for frame blending. So let's save this, and I'm going to create a new folder called Flipbook, and in this folder we're going to call this Flame 8x8. So this is an 8x8 flipbook texture, and let's save that. And here we can see that we have an 8x8 flipbook texture. Alright, let's see how we can use these textures in a game engine. I'm going to be showing you how to use it in Unity. Copy these files in here. Alright, so let's select our motion vector texture and uncheck sRGB. Alright, so let's create a new visual effects graph. let's go with an empty VFX. We're gonna call this ground flame. Alright, so we have nothing here. Let's add a spawn context, and in here we're gonna add a single burst. We're gonna have one particle being spawned, and we're gonna initialize this. In here we can give it a position, for example, and let's give it a an unlit quad output. We're gonna set the UV mode to flipbook, and the flipbook blend frames, we're gonna check that, and we're gonna check motion vectors. And now we're gonna assign our texture. So this is our main texture, this is our motion vector texture, and this strength value in the meta file, the meta JSON file, we're gonna copy this value and paste it here. And it's an 8x8, so we're gonna set that here. And let's add in an orient face camera plane, because each of our frames is twice as wide as it is tall, but our quads are just square. We need to set scale, so let's add a set scale here. Let's go with XY, and we're gonna set the X to be or we're gonna set the Y to be 0.5. And also let's set pivot here, and we're gonna go like minus 0.5, because we wanted it to pivot on the bottom of, so this is each frame, we want to go from here to like here, so that's where we want to pivot from. So let's add a flipbook player in the update context, and let's save this and see what it looks like. Alright, so this is tiny, this is like super tiny, so let's add a size, and we're gonna set this to like 5 maybe. Alright, so for the blending now, we're gonna set this to additive, and this is going to look like this. Alright, so now we can add color to it, so let's add a set color, and what we can do is we can make it like much brighter. So set the intensity to like 5. And now it looks better. It looks more like fire. It's glowing.
2 hours later.
So with some tinkering around, you can make this texture. You can use this texture to create some good looking ground fire. I made this prefab, and as you can see, it looks pretty decent. We have some heat distortion. This heat distortion is actually using the same texture. So this is the flame. This is the heat distortion, and as you can see, it's using the same flame texture. It's only using the HDRP distortion output. And yeah, I added some embers and some smoke. And as you can see, we have some embers and smoke going up. And I ended up making it a custom shader for the flame, because the built-in don't give you the ability to have some angle fade. Here's the shader I made, and I'm using the normal of the quad and the view vector to calculate the angle between the viewing angle, basically the angle between the forward vector of the camera and the normal vector of the quad, and I use that to create a mask, and then I use that to fade it out. So as you can see, if you switch to the wireframe mode, as you can see, we have a bunch of quads facing in different directions. I think if we go in this mode, you can see that these quads are facing different directions, but as the camera rotates around, and we see those quads from an angle, they fade out, and when we're looking at them straight on, they have the full opacity, and I think the emission is a little too little here. We can increase that, we can make it brighter, and we can also change the shape of it, the spawning shape of it. It's a circle, and the radius of this circle is a property. So what we can do is we can increase its radius. So it's 0.7 now. We can set it to 2, and if we restart it, it'll be much wider. And we can also increase the number of quads there is. We can set it to like 25. And I also set this center height multiplier, which just multiplies the height of the flames that are closer to the center. So if you set it to like 1, you can see that the flames that are here in the center gets taller. If you set it to 0, then they're all basically the same height. I like to set it to something like 0.4. I also added a light, a point light. You can't really see it in this lighting. If we turn off the lighting, you can see that there's some light here. And I also added some animation to it to make it kind of flicker, but we can only see that when we enter play mode. Alright, let me know in the comments what you think about this fire VFX, and if this video helped you, leave a like. This really helps me continue making these kind of videos. And you can download all the files we created in this video, as well as this VFX graph, from my Patreon page. And if it's your first time here, this channel is all about game development. And if VFX is something you're interested in, I have a playlist on visual effects. Make sure to check it out. Alright, with that said, thanks for watching.